Hi there. I was recently asked a question on Facebook about choosing a camera. Somebody had sent me an ad for a camera that they were thinking about buying. It got me thinking about the fact that if you're going to buy a camera, you really need to maybe look a little deeper than that. It is a substantial investment, and you don't want to make a mistake. All right, so I gave this list of 10 things. Number one, this person was involved a lot with social media. They use their phone and upload pictures all the time. Everything they do, they record, they send out online. So a camera with Wi-Fi would be a big plus for them. This one right here is the only one I have with Wi-Fi. The app for it works on both Android and Apple products. It allows me to remotely control the camera and to transfer my pictures to the device and then upload them. So it is a plus. However, if you don't mind carrying a little extra baggage around, a simple cable and adapter like this will upload the pictures faster than Wi-Fi will. All right. Number two, size and weight. All right, here we go. This is a digital SLR. It's an APS-C camera with a 35mm lens, pretty much the standard. This right here is micro four thirds. It has a 25mm lens, also an f1.7, both of them are. And in the case of these two cameras, basically you have a noticeable difference in size, as you can see, and a tremendous difference in weight. That's where I almost dropped this one. Anyhow, that means that a camera like this is not necessarily for everyone. Maybe it's too heavy. At the same time, a camera like this is not necessarily for everyone. A friend of mine gave up on mirrorless because he found that his X-T1 camera from Fuji was too small and light, too awkward to use. This is a guy who normally uses a Nikon D5. So to him, size mattered. He needed larger because of his big hands. Touchscreens. People who are used to using their phone will want a touchscreen. This camera right here has a touchscreen. I have touch to focus. I also have touch to shoot. I can zip through my pictures with it. It doesn't necessarily work on the menus as some cameras do, but it's quite handy. So if you want touchscreen, keep that in mind. Check and make sure that that feature is available. Number four, lens selection. If you get the standard two lens kits that come with so many different cameras, with micro four thirds, that would be usually a 14 to 42 and a 40 to 150. With APS-C, that would be an 18 to 55 and a 50 to 200. And with something like full frame, it would be like the 28 to 80 and the 80 to 300. Now, of course, there are many other options available, and there are all sorts of lenses out there. But that's the basic kit. If you get that, you have everything you need to get started. Now, if you're going to be into wildlife and sports and things like that, you're going to need some very fast, very expensive lenses. So that's a whole different territory. Tilt or articulated screen. This camera right here is the only one I have that has a tilt screen, but it is not fully articulated, so I can't swing it around and see myself. It doesn't work if I've got the camera vertically. It doesn't tilt in order to allow me to work this way. So if you want the best, get something with a fully articulated screen, the one that swings out to the side and then rotates. Most camera manufacturers have models like that near the bottom and middle of their range. Okay, let's see. How well does it work for you? If you find this awkward to hold because it's too small, like my friend with his X-T1, then it's not going to be a good choice for you. At the same time, you might find that even large. Maybe you want something really tiny like this. On the other hand, you might like something substantial that gives you a good grip and makes you feel like you're holding on to something solid. That's a matter of choice. Do you want to carry it around? Do you like using it? Very important. Brand loyalty doesn't matter. Unless you are planning on getting into some pretty exotic lenses, in which case Canon and Nikon have you covered. You pretty much can go with any manufacturer as long as it's a decent manufacturer. By decent, I mean a real camera manufacturer. Nowadays, electronic companies like Sony and Panasonic make excellent cameras. Olympus still makes cameras. We have Pentax is still out there. There are Fujifilm, which is quite popular these days, and of course Nikon and Canon. Don't worry about the brand. Just get the camera that suits your purpose well. Okay, weatherproofing. This camera right here is weatherproofed. However, the lens isn't, so it's only a partial solution. Weatherproofing is nice. It means that, you know, you're not as concerned about the camera when you go outside in a light snowfall or anything like that. But generally speaking, unless you're going to be taking it on adventures, weatherproofing is not a big deal. Megapixels. Forget megapixels, please. Anything from 12 megapixels and up will take excellent pictures. My phone is 16 megapixels. This camera is 12. This camera takes much better pictures than my phone because it has the option of using better lenses, better processing, and so on. So, forget the megapixels. If you go out and buy a 50 megapixel Canon 5DS, you're going to need a new computer and lots of hard drives just to store the images. And finally, don't stress out, have fun. Make a choice that's right for you. Well, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, click like. If you think that you'd like to see more, click subscribe. And of course, if you think anybody else is going to need this help, click share. Bye for now.